Hello Aries, how are you? We're going to do your reading for the week of March 14th. And as usual with the weeklies, we are going to look into last week and next week as well, just to get an overall feel for where things are at. I like this. Some lovely abundance coming in for you, but it does look like this last week may have been a little bit of a struggle, maybe taking on a little bit too much responsibility. It could also be that you've been, having maybe a difficult time dealing with others. So like if you've been trying to work with someone else, this could be at work or in a romantic relationship or a friendship even. It could be that there's been some struggle between you and another person here. But more so, it's just kind of this very, kind of a headstrong energy here of just wanting to kind of take control and how do I want to say this? Kind of taking up all aspects of a project, right? Or some sort of endeavor where you're putting the whole thing on your shoulders so you could kind of get to a place of feeling overwhelmed, right? Or just really stressed. So we're going to look at that and see what that's about. But I'm liking this week and next week. Looks like some new positive things showing up here. So let's get into your reading, Aries. Be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe. If you have not been getting notified, I've noticed since I took a week off back, oh my gosh, around Thanksgiving, that notifications have slowed down. So if you haven't been getting notified and you want to be notified, you can try unsubscribing, resubscribing, and then hitting the notification bell again. Sometimes it needs a little bit of a reset to get it back up and functioning correctly. All right, let's see. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn here. We have Strength, so some Leo, and the Three of Swords. Queen of Cups. So for me, that's Pisces or Cancer. The Death card, Scorpio, and the Devil. Some more Capricorn here. Three of Pentacles. So there's that collaboration, right? There's working with someone else. And it could even be that you're having just a difficult time incorporating your mental and intuitive or mental and emotional selves within yourself. So for example, if you're too far into your head, right, just trying to take care of tasks, it could be that it's been difficult to kind of get in touch with your own higher self or your intuition here. We'll take a closer look. We have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. So it definitely feels like there's certainly a past soulmate connection here that's really kind of been weighing you down. And it could be something you've really been fighting hard to make work, right? If that's the case, I do feel like you've been doing all the work. This other person is not maybe contributing, right, in order to create success here. I do feel like you're going to open yourself up to other possibilities in the relationship sector because of that, because of this, heaviness. And it could be that you're encountering someone new here. We have the Strength, the Death, and the Two of Cups. So it could be that a new option is coming into your experience. And I want to say, if that's the case for some of you, there's going to be a stark contrast there's going to be a stark contrast between what you've been dealing with or who you've been dealing with and this new person. But more so in how easy it is compared to the heaviness of this past relationship. It does look like to me this past relationship, there's some past life karma here. This is someone you've known before in a previous lifetime. Now, of course, not all of you are going to believe in that, right? So take what resonates. But it does feel like, to me, there's been some unfinished business with this past person that you've been working through in this lifetime. And that's the heaviness there. That's the connection. That's the real draw to this person. It could feel quite magnetic, actually. And at some point, I do feel like it probably felt very secure. Like you might have had a lot of success with this person in the past. And so your relationship together, your life together felt very secure and stable at one point. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So there you are, Aries. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords, King of Cups. It does look to me like you're maybe doing a little bit more exploring of your own emotions here. And you might actually be communicating how you've been feeling as a means of... It feels to me like not as a means of stepping into your power, but perhaps like, because I feel like perhaps some of you for a time may have kind of kept those emotions on lock. Not that you didn't share that you cared about somebody or something like that, but I'm talking about like kind of those deeper, darker emotions, like insecurities or just things that made us not feel so good, right? It does look like some of that is being communicated here. Because I feel like you're stepping further into your own power as the Emperor here. You can see we have the King of Cups, and then further back here we have the King of Wands, King of Pentacles. So there's definitely been an evolution here. And I think part of that has been more recently owning up to your emotions, right? Your intuition. And really trusting and believing in those and standing up for those, which is why I feel like you're kind of communicating those more openly at this time. All right, so that's what I'm getting so far. Let's take a deeper look. So last week we have the co-create card, and it's in the reverse. So this can be taking on too much. This can be putting the majority of responsibility on your own shoulders, not allowing spirit to do its part, right? Or simply just your own intuition, not allowing your own intuition to come into play and kind of help guide you through a process. But when we have co-create in the reverse, to me this is also, partnership that is imbalanced, right? This is like not just you're giving more than someone else or vice versa, but more also like just being more invested is what I want to say here for you, Aries. It feels like your investment is strong. And with this Three of Pentacles showing up here, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, it could very well be that you're just not getting back what you're putting in, right? Or that someone else is not as invested. Let's clarify this and see what this is about. Now, you could certainly be dealing with a couple of people here. But in general, I would say the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, this is all about using what resources you have and using your intuition together in order to create something. So kind of bringing fantasy into reality. So if you have certain inspirations, being able to create it in the real world. So there's some sort of hiccup going on here with that co-create being in the reverse. Let's see what that's about. We have the Empress. So you could certainly be dealing with a counterpart here, right? We have the Emperor and the Empress. This could be a Taurus or Libra. Doesn't have to be. And the Four of Pentacles. So it looks to me like you might be holding on to someone here that's also perhaps just, again, not contributing. They've kind of, there's definitely a feeling of contraction here. Like they've tightened their hold on something. They've closed off, perhaps. Let's see, with this Queen of Cups, we have the Three of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. So again, for some of you, there's someone else showing up here that is wanting to contribute, wanting to build with you. This could be a water sign showing up here. But I also feel like you're recognizing here, if you're in a situation where you're doing a whole lot of like go, 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 or like action, a lot of action taking going on here, it could be that you're recognizing that you need to introduce some of that inspired intuition here, right? It's like you can tell that that piece is missing. Because here we have the Four of Pentacles and all this abundance, right? It's like you're seeking stability here. You want a solid foundation for creating something new, something that has the potential to grow here. And then here we have the Knight of Pentacles bringing in the Fourth Pentacle. So it's like you can tell that there's some sort of piece missing here that needs to be incorporated. And based on this co-create card being in the reverse, it could simply be, you know, allowing the universe to do the heavy lifting. You go in, you put in your effort, right, to the best of your ability, and then you step back and you allow things to unfold. With the Three of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles. So again, some energy here of something being imbalanced. Yeah, look at all this. You're carrying everything. So whether this is at work or with another person or even just within yourself, right? I mean, this could apply in all those scenarios where you're doing all the work and not allowing, you're either not allowing for something else to contribute, or someone else is just simply not putting in the effort. So you could be dealing with two love options here. Somebody who wants to help, wants to contribute, and someone who's closed off, right? Now I do feel like if you're dealing with a significant counterpart here, this is like your person. They've kind of closed down. They are not contributing, and it could be that, you know, it's leaving you feeling not only heavily responsible for everything, but also like they're not giving you, I feel strongly like they're not giving you the time of day. They're not giving you the amount of attention or acknowledgement that you deserve here. And it feels like a rejection. It feels like a loss is taking place, because I feel like you're recognizing the imbalance. Okay. This week we have the Buffalo Spirit. I love this card. It is talking about abundance, right? It says the abundant universe will provide. So I do feel like something here is showing up to kind of help with this imbalance here, right? And it could be that you're putting an end to over contributing to something that's not giving back to you. We have the Strength card, the Death card, and the Two of Cups. This does not look like an easy decision. So it could be that you're putting an end to a soulmate connection here that is imbalanced, that you've just worked your butt off to try and keep alive, right? Trying to keep it afloat, while the other person has just been kind of, feels disinterested is not the right word, just sort of, I want to say like ambivalent. Let's clarify. Strength cards. We've got some Leo showing up here. We have the Queen of Cups. Interesting. And the Seven of Swords. So this is that same energy here of maybe not wanting to hear what your intuition is telling you, right? And it could very well be that your intuition is telling you that this relationship is no longer a good thing for you. It's no longer healthy for you. It's no longer something that's going to allow you and the other person to grow together. So there could be a little bit of fear here of facing that, and that's why you've kind of cut the intuition out of this game, because it's telling you something you don't want to hear, right? For others, this Queen of Cups has shown up here twice. Now here in the past week, this Queen of Cups, I'm going to call it a she, even though it doesn't have to be a woman. It can be just a feminine, loving, intuitive, very sensitive energy, right? But it looks like last week she was like bringing forth some sort of offer to you to contribute, to kind of work together with you, right? And this week, there's maybe some fears showing up here. It could be that you're worried about connecting with this person. To me, if that's the case, I do feel like it's a little bit of self-sabotage on your part, like just wanting to avoid getting hurt. But I do feel like it's maybe even something you're trying to keep hidden from this Empress energy, this more earthy energy here that you've been dealing with. Interesting. We're going to get some more here. With the Death card, we have the Eight of Swords. So I do feel like something's showing up here to kind of get you out of this energy of not facing your intuition, of not dealing with this sticky relationship, this past life connection that's been kind of holding you down, right? I feel like something's cutting that out. Whether you're making that conscious decision, or this feminine water sign here is bringing in something you can't ignore, even if you're resisting it initially. With the Two of Cups, we have the Lovers. Okay. And the Ten of Cups. Holy cow. So talk about abundance here when it comes to emotional fulfillment. Deep connection here, for sure. And something that has the ability to grow into something completely fulfilling. It has legs, is what I want to say. It has the ability to go somewhere. I want to get a little bit more here on this Cancer Pisces energy that has shown up twice now. Yeah, okay. Just a fear of getting hurt here. So I do feel like you're going to sense that this person shows up and it's just easy because they want to contribute, right? And so there's this fear of, okay, and perhaps it's because the energy behind it is so genuine, so sensitive, so loving, that it kind of puts you on edge here. But I do feel like it forces something to happen within you. And it feels outside of your control, is what I want to say. There's some sort of energetic shift, some sort of transformation this person causes within you, and it gets you out of this stuck energy. And I like this. Let's get some more here. Next week we have the cup, the golden cup of replenishment. So it's sort of like the Ace of Cups here, right? It's also got this lovely heart carved on it. This can also just be a time of allowing your cup to be refilled. Now we have the Three of Swords, the Devil, and the Six of Cups, so I feel like what's happening here is you're cutting out the thing that you were over contributing to. We're gonna let that go because it's holding us down, right? And as soon as you do that, your cup automatically starts to refill. Because I kind of feel like this whole time, this over giving that you've been doing here with this past relationship is kind of like if you were to picture this cup always being filled, right? There's an endless stream coming down into this cup, but it feels like yours has been like this. So even as it comes in, it pours right back out. And by letting go of this past person or past situation, take what resonates, right? That cup starts to fill up automatically. Let's clarify this. Now, again, for some of you, you just finally decide to follow that intuition you've been trying to ignore. And that's the thing that sets you free. But I do see a choice here. There's two people. If you're dealing with a romantic love situation, there's two people here. So you do have a choice between this past person and this new person. And it doesn't have to be a water sign. It will just feel like a very strong soul connection, a very intuitive connection. It's sort of like you both are able to pick up on the needs and desires and sort of preemptively provide for one another. And I think it's because there's a strong understanding between the two of you on a soul level here. With the Three of Swords, we have the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. So there's definitely some communication showing up here. For some of you, there's some flirting. For others, there's an apology showing up here. I do feel like there's I still feel like both people are interacting with you at this point come next week. With the Devil, we have the Ace of Wands and the Sun. I do feel like this past person that you've been dealing with, I do feel like they have some strong earth in their chart. So even if they're not an earth sun sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they've got strong earth somewhere. Specifically Taurus and Capricorn. But I do feel like this past person is going to notice that your energy has been removed, that you're maybe exploring the idea of something else here with this other lovely water sign energy that's shown up. And I do feel like they might come in and try and tempt you. Maybe even in a flirty, passionate way. And I do feel like they're kind of tapping into that deeper connection that the two of you have. That past life connection that's just magnetic. That's like, there's something irrefutable about it. Now, this could feel like, I also feel like for some of you, you're not going to go for this. You're going to kind of break free. I almost feel like it's not as tempting anymore because this other person is just so fulfilling to that cup, right? That that you're just too happy to even worry about it here. You're having a a good time with this other person. 6 of Cups. We have the 9 of Swords, yeah. So I actually feel like that's the other person's energy, not yours. And the 4 of Wands. So we're seeing a lot of this lately, I have to say. So other than the readings I do on YouTube, I do a daily update on Instagram. I pull cards for the collective. And I also look at the astrology. And right now there's just a lot of partnerships. And this has been going on for months. There's just a lot of old partnerships that are fizzling out and new people showing up. We have different sets of values now of what we're really looking for in connections. It's kind of like the entire collective is just getting sick of, overgiving, codependency, or people that are controlling. Even though that's been something we've been doing for, quite a long time, there's a lot of people that are just getting over it. And it's like the moment you shift your energy elsewhere, this person starts freaking out. This person that hasn't given a crap and not been putting any energy towards you, the minute you remove that energy, they feel the tug. Now, for some of you, this is a twin flame that you've been dealing with. And it's this runner-chaser stuff going on between the two of you. And you've now decided to run because you've found something of interest here in someone else. And they're feeling it. They don't like it. So I do feel that showing up here. For some of you, there could be a little bit of fear creeping up this next week just about getting into something new. We saw that here, right? I feel like it gets lighter. I don't feel like this is anything too crazy. But it's showing up a little bit. And I do feel like that's just kind of the past purging up and out, right? We've all been hurt in relationships, right? And so sometimes when we're presented with something new and exciting that feels good, we connect with someone, and then some of those fears, those old fears come up. But I actually feel like you're breaking free of this devil energy. I like it. I feel good about where this is going. And again, I do feel like there's a choice here. You've got more than one person very interested in you. Yeah, that's what I got, Aries. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, I tell you, I never know what's going to show up in these readings, and I'm very rarely disappointed in just some of the dynamics that come through. So, very interesting reading. I hope to see you next week. We might be doing the March wrap-ups next week. But I am thinking about throwing out some love bonuses here pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll see you next time. Bye.